How we doing, gamers? Welcome to a brand new Minecraft series on this channel where we are going to be surviving in a plains-only world. Probably not the hardest survival challenge you've ever heard of. It won't be hardcore, but this is something I used to do a while back in the days. It actually became a lot easier to do once 1.15 introduced the lonely trees you see on plains, the oak trees and everything. You can kind of see a few of them in the plains right down there. But yeah, that's gonna basically be our wood source pretty much. So yeah, that's essentially what this series is going to be. Surviving on the plains, there's gonna be villages and stuff. We're gonna see what goes on. However, back in the day, this was before 1.18 when world generation changed. So while it is going to technically be all a plains biome, there actually are going to be mountains in this, and rivers too, that are also plains. It's gonna look a little bit awkward with the mountains, because it's just gonna be like the spiked mountain, I think, with just plains on it. It's pretty weird, but we're gonna do this, and yeah, I guess we'll see what this entails. And for those of you who are wondering, no, this is not going to replace the Birchland series. I'm gonna still do that as well for a good while now. You really can't beat Minecraft. I know that there's the Ender Dragon, but we still have a lot of things I want to do in that world, so don't worry about that. This, in case you couldn't already tell, is not the plains-only world. It is quite a world, though. Look at that city down there. That's pretty crazy. It would really be a shame if I fell off here, especially because I don't have an elytra on.
Alright, going in and creating the world right now. We're going to do single biome and then plains, basically. No data pack, hence why we're on 1.21.11. And obviously, we're going to call this, what do I want to call this? I have a great idea. Green grass, we'll call this world, because it's an accurate title. Let's jump right on into this. Alright, and here we are. We spawned right next to an ocean. This isn't actually an ocean, though, at least in the game's code. This is still a plains biome. It's just a big frickin' area that's underwater. You can also see there's a village floating over there, too. So that's how you know. It's landform-wise, yes, it is definitely an ocean, but it's not the ocean biome, you see. It's still plains, and that's kind of what happened after 1.18. But yeah, we got a pretty solid world here. We got 3 villages in sight. We have one in that direction, one right there, and one over there. I reckon I'm going to check out this one first real quick. And looking over there, we do have a very interesting landform forming. It could be a mountain, or it could also be where a shattered savanna could have generated on the original seed here. There you go, there's the seed. So in theory, if you load up this world just normally, but with this seed, it should still technically be the same terrain, but different biomes instead of just plains. So yeah, I am pretty sure that has to be where a shattered savanna would have generated. So yeah, this is basically what we're dealing with right here. We're in the village now. Hello, cat. We're gonna see if there are any chests around here. Hello, iron golem. Not gonna mess with that guy, that's for sure, but so far I do not see any blacksmiths. Pretty sure none of these houses also have chests. Hello, villager. You got some pretty good trades right there I might use later. That's pretty cool. So far, nothing to be found. I should probably punch a tree. Here's a tree right here. This is going to be the very first tree we punch in this world. Very cool stuff. And now, we're going to craft a crafting table. If I can get it. There we go. There we go. There's our first crafting table of the world right there. Now, this thing, Pillager Outpost, forgot to talk about that. I did indeed see that. We're going to have to hop on over there, because there could be a laze over there. And if we can get a laze, that's going to be pretty good for farming later. Yeah, we got ourselves some oak saplings right here, waiting for a stick to drop. Although I suppose I could just use planks to craft a new one, but I'm lazy. We need to get a move on here, because I've already lost 2 hunger points right down there. Holy cow, that's a big cave. Holy smokes. How deep do you reckon that goes? We're going to have to explore that at some point. Definitely don't want to fall down there. We'd definitely be cooked if we fell down there. I don't think this is going to drop any sticks, though. And just as I said that, 2 sticks. Pretty nice. Exactly the amount we need to make ourselves a pickaxe. We're going to take this pickaxe, go right on over here where the stone is conveniently, and we're going to grab ourselves some stone. Pretty cool stuff. We're going to enter ourselves into the Stone Age right here. We're going to grab plenty of this stuff. Going to take the coal as well. We love coal. Coal is amazing. It's kind of essential for a furnace. That was only 1. Well, I guess there's more down there. We also have iron, which is pretty nice. I want to say I also maybe saw copper. Yeah, sure thing. There it is right there. Pretty cool. Epic. Amazing stuff. How many sticks did this thing drop while we were gone? 2 more. Pretty nice. Pretty convenient, actually. Because now I can craft myself a stone pickaxe. And we're just going to use planks at this point. We're going to get ourselves a sword. And you know what? Because it's the latest update, too. We're going to grab ourselves a spear, too. Even though that might not be necessary. I did grow up with the sword. That's kind of why I use it as opposed to an axe or something, even though the axe is technically more strong. I've been using the sword literally since I started playing this game, so yeah, conveniently we have some cows right here. I'm going to take these dudes out. And those guys only gave me 1 piece of leather but 9 raw beef. We'll take that. But what I'd also like to craft, would also be really convenient to craft, in fact, would be a campfire. And I believe we need charcoal to do that, not regular coal, unfortunately. I guess we'll just have to do it the old school way here. And I guess make a furnace and do it that way. Oh wait, there's more cows right on over here, but I'm just gonna take out a couple. We don't want to take out every animal in existence because I do want to start an animal farm soon. Take that dude out. We might even be able to make ourselves a helmet after this, which would be pretty nice if this guy drops 2 leather, which he did not. But that's okay. I'm just gonna keep walking here, not sprinting, because that's gonna absolutely shred my hunger. We're just gonna hunker down in this cave right here real quick, craft ourselves a furnace, and then take the coal, throw that in there along with the food. We're also gonna throw the pickaxe in there, the old one, because that's also gonna be of use right here. And look at that, more coal. How convenient. And it's more than 1, which is amazing. Oh my goodness, there's another one back here. I have never been so happy to see coal. And we're looking over here. Alright, yes, our first steaks of the world. Let's eat these. Beautiful. Where is the sun? I want to make sure we're not going to be out in the open when the mobs come out. Still got plenty of time left. We're going to want to locate some sheep, though, which, luckily, sheep right down here. It looks like there's 3 of them, too, so that's a free bed, basically. I'm going to take out a couple of the pigs here, too. And there we go. 3 wool, 3 planks. I don't have my crafting table because I left it in the cave, presumably. Or if it's not in the cave, it has to be in the village, right? Where is the cave? I think it's probably, like, somewhere in this direction. Cave, cave, cave. Where you at, cave? Cave? Cave. Here we go. And there it is. Our ticket to skipping the night. Pretty good. This is all finished. But wait, no, it's not because I have more coal. And there we go. That's our food. I think it would also be smart to craft a torch. So I'm going to just take 1 of these out of here. And then use dynamic lighting, which unfortunately isn't in the vanilla game, to pick up this copper right here. We can craft ourselves some copper gear, which is going to be really nice. That's definitely something you can't do in the version, like the bulk of my videos these days are in, unfortunately. Which is kind of why I'm doing this series right here, because it gets some modern Minecraft representation on the channel and everything. It's probably what most people are used to seeing. So yeah, here we are. We're going to be playing the modern versions, and when the game actually updates, you're going to see it in this series too. Pretty good stuff. Now, that is some amazing landforms right over there. It almost looks like the terrain that was in, I guess, like InfDev. Not that I've ever played that version of Minecraft. That's like a really old version of Minecraft. Kind of reminds me of that. And you know, where I guess an alleged Herobrine sighting was, I guess. I don't know. I am not a Minecraft veteran. I've been playing, for those of you who don't know, since version 1.8.7. And comparing that to other versions of the game, I don't think that exactly makes me a veteran in the slightest. At least not right now. Maybe sometime in the future, but definitely not right now. Unless some other people think differently, but that's just my opinion. Now we're gonna explore this cave right here, being careful not to get lost. Now unfortunately none of the cave biomes will generate, at least I don't think they will, like the lush caves, the deep dark, and the dripstone caves. We won't see any of that. But the cave generation should still be the same other than that. We won't be able to uncover any dripstone, I don't think, which is going to be a huge oof for the lava farm. So we're going to have to pray that a wandering trader shows up at some point and has that trade. But it looks like it's getting a little bit dark right on up here. So, yeah, I guess it's going to be time to skip the night soon. Looking over there, I thought that was a village house. That's cool. It's not. That's just some wishful thinking. I do see a ruined portal over there. We're going to have to check that out, as well as some of the other structures here. And I'm not sure if the Nautilus is going to be able to spawn in this world either, because it's a plains biome, and that's an ocean mob. So, yeah, unfortunately, no mounts of mayhem under the water, but still mounts of mayhem up on land here, because I did see a horse over there, and this is a plains biome. The horses They're not really all that hard to find in this biome. But anyways, we're going to plunk down this bed and survive the first night. And there we go. We've officially woken up. Not going to break the bed just in case we die. I'm going to try to avoid dying like I do in all the other games I've played as best as I can. But just in case, we'll respawn right there for now. That's definitely not going to be our permanent home right here in this little hidey hole. I think it would be really cool if it was more practical to build a house on top of one of these mountains right here. But I think that would also be a little bit annoying too. So it's probably going to be near a village, but not like right up next to it. So maybe like right around here, we'll build a little settlement right on the river. I think that would actually be really cool because we can have easy access to the ocean. And yeah, pretty cool stuff, I guess. This is making some good progress right here. We can craft ourselves some armor here. Conveniently, it was actually 24 ingots right there, so that'll make a full suit of armor for us, which will be very nice. Kind of wish it was more than 24 so I could make at least a pickaxe or something, but you get what you get, I guess. There probably is more copper lying around here, especially in those mountains too. It's probably going to be a great place to find iron, because iron likes to generate high up and down low, not like in the middle where we're at right now. But there's some iron right there. I guess I'll go grab this real quick. And it's only 2, but luckily I do have a use for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to craft myself a saddle, because you can do that in these versions now. Craftable name tags are also on the way. I just learned that not too long ago. For some reason it's a gold nugget, which personally I thought it would be like an iron nugget, but not too expensive either way, like assuming you go to the nether or something. But that's going to be 20 more copper right there. I do see a little bit more down here too, and we want to be extra careful to not die of fall damage. But we're going to grab as much of this copper as we frickin' can here. So that way we can make a full suit of equipment, which actually should really be no problem after this. Now, those of you who don't know, copper is basically a tier between chainmail or stone and iron. So it's going to be alright, but it's definitely not going to be the best. We're definitely not going to want to dwell on this for a long time. It'll be good until we have ourselves a full suit of iron. Or an iron pickaxe too. Well, I guess we could still technically keep it with the iron pick. The iron pick's going to be very essential. And the copper pickaxe, definitely not. Because I don't think that can mine like redstone or diamonds or anything. I don't even think it can mine like... Oh, it probably can mine lapis. Because a stone pickaxe can mine lapis lazuli. I do hear a spider. Might be in a cave near here. I doubt it's a cave spider. I don't know why cave spider immediately came to mind, but mine shafts should still generate here too. Alright, and we now have 42 coal in our hands right now. That's a lot more than I was expecting. And would you look at that, floating water. That sure is interesting. How did that get there? Is that like an aquifer or something? No, it's actually part of this right here. This is an animal pen that generated on top of the cave, and now it created that cursed water right there. Anyways, yeah. That's all of our copper smelted up. Oh wait, never mind. You just got pranked. Never mind. Even more copper is on the way. I'm going to craft a second furnace here. And we can begin working on this iron right here. And later, the food. Now we can craft ourselves some leggings and some boots. And there we go. We are officially suited up. Now we also have this right here too. And it is enough to craft a saddle. We'll take that. Now, the second iron ingot is done. We're just going to hold on to this, I guess, for a while. I mean, unless I would decide to get a second horse. But, yeah, we're going to go get a horse now. But first, it might be smart to get another pickaxe, because this pickaxe is hanging on by a thread right here. So there we go. I probably should have made that out of copper. That's available right here, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Now, horses. Where are they at? I'm going to try to find a horse. Oh, would you look at this? It's another big cave. So let me just detour for a quick second here. Don't mind if I do. It sure has its copper in here. Also, I just realized I have a great idea for this second little bit of iron we got right here. I'm going to craft myself another crafting table. We can make a shield. That's like a great use for the iron. Let's see. Do I have enough wood, though? Yes, I do. And there we go. We officially have a way to block arrows and stuff, which is great early game. Anyways, horses, horses, horses. I don't see any of them around here in this direction. Oh, and would you look at that? It's a horse. Wait, that's not a horse. That's a donkey. That's even better. I know we can technically throw horse armor on the horse, but we ain't got any of that right now, and I could kind of use the storage with this guy. You probably won't be the fastest vehicle here, or steed, or mount, or whatever. Why did I say vehicle? I think I've been playing too much Roblox Jailbreak lately, but yeah, there we go. We've officially tamed our first animal. Pretty good stuff. And this guy's gonna help me get around the world, at least a little bit, I guess. We'll probably breed this guy with a mule at some point, or a horse, to get a mule. Because the mules, they're great. I have one in my main world. They have the speed of horses and are still able to store things like a donkey, so it's pretty cool stuff. Now, we could use a string to keep this guy from wandering off, or to make a lead. But, yeah, sun's about to go down soon, which I guess that's okay. Would really much prefer to meet a spider right about now. But that appears to not happen. We got another batch of copper already here. I'm going to make our copper axe right here. And, yeah, we're going to go knock down some trees. Now we have this wood. I'm going to make myself a chest here. And the first chest of the world is going on this... Can I not put it on you? Is it not? There we go. Okay, I was shift clicking, I guess. So, okay, that's a relief. So now we have extra inventory space right here. Pretty good stuff, especially early game. But something else we got to do. So we got to start breaking all this grass right here. We got to start looking for some wheat seeds. Because that is going to be essential. It's also going to be essential that we craft a tool to till the ground. So that way we can actually place this stuff down. We've got a conveniently placed ocean right here. I guess maybe we can have the main settlement end up being like right here. So we have access to the river and the ocean in one place, which is pretty nice. That's another achievement right there. And I think it's time to do something bold. We're going to get out our trusty spear right here. We aren't going very fast, but I'm going to see if I can take out at least a couple mobs here. We do have a shield, so I reckon if I just do this correctly... Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use it, I think, whilst using the spear. So, it's getting very dark out. I guess we'll just have to see what goes on here. We're going to have to, I guess, switch out the spear if I want to use my shield here. That's a little unfortunate. Would you look at that? It's a creeper that I just missed with the spear. That's great. I can't hit this guy. Hold on. I think I got to get more distance. There we go. That guy just blew up. That was probably good. If I probably would have kept doing that right there, it probably would have killed me and my donkey, which would be highly unfortunate. But would you look at that? There's another one right here, and I reckon the correct approach right here is just going to be to do the old-fashioned strategy right here of just giving him the old swipe until he falls. Or he blows up, too, because I was stupid and I missed and tried to go in for another hit. But no donkeys or me were harmed in the making of that right there. And would you look at this? Right down here, we got ourselves a firefly bush. We got a couple firefly bushes even. Pretty cool stuff. Really, really love this right here. It looks very nice. Here's a zombie. We can try to deal with you, I guess, with the spear. I don't think I can actually hit this guy without getting hit myself, and I'm getting hit a lot here. So yeah, I'm just gonna break out what I know right here, basically. And there we go, we're officially a monster hunter now. Still no sightings of any skeletons or spiders. Let's see, turning up the hill right here. That is still indeed true. Would you look at that, it's an Enderman. No, was not expecting to see this guy around here. I'm not gonna mess with this guy. The Iron Golem's about to demonstrate why, but yeah, don't mess with Endermen early game. Oh, wait. I didn't actually think you'd take him out. You do have 100 health, to be fair, but I'm gonna claim that Ender Pearl here real quick. Villagers, you guys are getting trapped under here. You guys should probably get out of there. Let me help you. There we go. Now that guy can escape. Not sure about those two fellas, though. Picked up another 2 wheat seeds right here. I'm gonna plant these down, which is a little bit difficult when riding a steed right here. Oh my goodness, it's a spider. I was just about to go to bed because I hadn't been able to find one of these guys. But there we go. He didn't drop anything. That's great. That's amazing, actually. I'm just gonna head to bed. Hopefully nothing sneaks up on me when I'm sleeping right here. I highly doubt that'll happen, but, yeah, nothing. Completely safe, even though it's pitch darkness down here. My goodness, this guy is already wandering off through the night. That sucks. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go check out that ruined portal over there. We'll see what's going on. Hello, creeper. You need to leave. What are you doing? It's literally daytime right now. You're supposed to leave. And now, because of the new update, now this is kind of a weird change, but these guys are officially boats. You can have them in the water. and they go right across, despite the water being, like, really, really deep. It makes no sense, but it's in the game, so I'm going to use it. Would you look at that? There's also some sugarcane over here. We'll have to take that, so that way we can make a sugarcane farm later. And I still have absolutely no doubts about this being a shattered savanna in the original seed. We might actually have to go check that out in a brief segment, maybe. But I'm going to check out this ruined portal, and maybe we can even go check out the pillager outpost. It is a little bit far off, but we don't have to worry about the bad omen, because in this version there are ominous bottles, so it's basically bad omen but voluntary. We go in here, we have some real loot, we have golden stuff here. Probably not the best, but you know, we have a clock, we have a golden apple, swords, shovels. Pretty cool stuff. And it's all enchanted too. We're even going to take the chest, because the chest is amazing. Gotta be very careful not to step on the magma, though. Any other treasures around here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go for that pillager outpost right there. Those could be famous last words, because the pillagers are pretty aggressive, but I do have a shield. And I can block their arrows and theoretically get through this completely unharmed. There also could be some pretty good loot over there, including an armor trim, which would be really nice to have early game. We're just going to boldly swim on over there, which would probably be pretty nice if I had a boat, which would probably be pretty smart to craft given the amount of wood we have, but it's whatever. We'll craft one for the way back. My goodness, there's a dude on the roof. That's how you know they're serious. They know I'm coming. I gotta gear up here. Doesn't look like there are any allays here, except maybe in the back? I don't see anything blue over there. But it is a cage, and there could be some in there. So if we can get those, it would be nice. But, yeah, here you are. Oh my goodness, you practically jump scared me. But you cannot do anything because I have a shield to block you. Now, I'd also like to know where you guys' captains are at. I'm not sure if you had any of those. Hello, Golem. You need to be freed. Let me help you. And looking around here, that is the only cage. No allays. But there is a chest right on up here in the main structure, so we'll go right up here. What on earth happened here? That is some crazy world generation right there. That's some weird quirks. Alright, we're gonna climb right on up here and... Hold on, just another floor. Moment of truth. Oh my goodness, it's the armor trim. We'll get that. Carrots, we need those. Wheat, we could use those. Crossbow, don't mind if I do. And we're out of space. That's cool. I probably should have left some stuff with my mule or donkey over there. As you can see, it's having a little bit of rendering problems. Because I'm so far away, I'm guessing, but you really aren't supposed to zoom in. At the end of the video, I am going to show all the mods I have here. It's just optimization stuff. Nothing crazy that adds to the game at all. I guess we'll have to come back for the rest of this stuff right here, but I am just going to slide this egg and the grass blocks in here so we can get this goat horn. Let's see, how does this sound? Oh, it's the one they play for raids. That's cool. We also have another floating village over there. That's cool. Unfortunately, there were no saplings in there. I'm not sure if dark oak can even be found here in the form of a sapling. Obviously, we got the wood right here, but no saplings from there. And that's essentially how we're going to get all the different wood types, is by finding their saplings in chests. But anyways, I'm going to craft myself up a boat. And you know what? Just because I'm even friskier, I guess, we're going to make a chest boat right here. Pretty good stuff. To save inventory space in more ways than one. Which means I am going back for the gear that's left over in here. Now this is a little bit hairy. There's two of them up here. And one of them just bypassed my shield, despite not having piercing. I think this guy is a hacker. Let's get out of here. You can also take this chest right here too, because not leaving an item behind here, that's for sure. Someone just shot something down below here. I think there's another one. Surprisingly, no signs of any captains yet. Alright, where you at? I know you're around here. Maybe it was the golem that the guy was shooting at. I don't see anything. Yeah, it's probably you. You're just gonna sit here and guard the place, I presume. That's cool. Ooh, I also almost forgot. We can grab pumpkins here, too. You know, it's really convenient that we found carrots, because I don't have to steal from the villagers now. Hopefully we'll find some potatoes that way as well, because I don't want to steal from them. That would just be mean. And I am one of the few players that, in my opinion at least, isn't mean to villagers, at least most of the time. Anyways, now I've got a donkey to retrieve, because I kind of need all my stuff in one area where I said we'd put the settlement. Now, it is time to bring my second boat right on over there. Very nice. As you can see, it's a very non-conventional type of boat. It's a different model, you see. It oddly resembles a donkey, but I promise you it's actually a boat, not a donkey in the slightest. to end off the video here, I think we're gonna bring everything, and by everything I mean the bed, to the shore right here. If I can find that cave that I hunkered down in, which is surprisingly hard to find in this area. And my goodness, right over here we have 4 creepers plus a skeleton going after me. And this is only day 2. Absolute bonkers right there. Luckily I have found my home, but it is being kind of attacked by the skeleton right here, and I know you're definitely not going to let me sleep the night, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, that guy dropped a bow! And that's the first skeleton of this world, holy moly. But, yeah, I think I feel relatively safe sleeping here, you know. It's not risky at all, we're just gonna, sleep, take a quick snooze, catch some Z's, break the bed, use this bottle of enchanting to free up inventory space, and bring this thing right on over here through the creepers. There's like 6 of them over here now. Jeez, that's crazy. Anyways, that's all I've really got for you today. This is definitely gonna be a series in case you couldn't already tell. But yeah, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna show the mods here real quick, just a whole bunch of optimization stuff. Yeah, pretty standard run-of-the-mill gaming right here, I guess. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode where we'll hopefully build a house. At least in theory. Maybe. I don't know. I might have some more areas I want to check out, potentially. But yeah, see you later.